What's up, rad roller skaters? Today I'm going to give you my 2020 toe stop review. Be sure if you like this video to subscribe to my channel, and you can follow my skate journey on Instagram at 16 bearings. Okay, so let's get into it. I've been skating a lot more outdoors this summer. I've been street skating and skating at the park, and I've been going through some toe stops pretty good. Especially when you're out street skating quite a bit, the rougher pavement does wear through them faster. So I wanted to go ahead and give you guys a review of what I've been using. I'm going to rate them aesthetically and on their durability, and hopefully this can help you guys choose what will be best for you. All right, so we're going to start off with the Twinkle toes from Rollerstuff. I absolutely loved when they came out with these. I thought they were super cute, and they were just a really interesting style toe stop that you haven't seen before. Obviously a custom star design. So aesthetically, I'm definitely gonna give them a 10 out of 10. I made my Dream Skates video kind of the final touches to my skate setup. Of course, I've changed that quite a bit since then. And this is a big factor, just getting these in and just being so stoked with how they looked on my setup. Now, getting into durability. In all fairness, I was doing a lot of street skating when I got these, so a lot of rough pavement, you know, some hill bombing. I live in British Columbia, so it can get a little steep for sure in some places. So I was definitely putting these to the test, and I did find that I was wearing through them fairly quickly. So durability for me, I would give these maybe like a 6 out of 10. You can see on this one, I've worn down pretty good. It wore pretty evenly. I was trying to make sure to continue to rotate them, but it actually has concaved here a little bit in the middle. Not so much on the other one, but this was definitely on my dominant stopping foot. So that's how it's worn down. These are a mixed stem length, so you're not totally short, you're not totally tall or long stemmed, so you're kind of right in that sweet spot in the middle, which is going to work really well for most people. Yeah, you can get these for about $35 Canadian, and they come in lots of great colors, so if you're going for the aesthetic and you want something fun, I would definitely recommend these. One thing to also note, when I did take them to the park for the first time, they were quite slick on the smooth pavement. So what I did was just go out to the rough pavement and kind of run them down a little bit, kind of get a bit of grip going, which helped then going forward with more grip for stopping on that really polished type concrete that is at my skate park. So yeah, that is the Twinkle toes from Rollerstuff. All right, next up, we have the Bionic Bearings Super Stoppers. So aesthetically, you know, I'm gonna give these guys like a 7 out of 10. They're not the prettiest, but they're a pretty basic toe stop. And they look great on my setup. You know, they're not the flashiest, but they also don't stick out like a sore thumb. So that's pretty nice. Now, durability, these guys are getting 10 out of 10. I don't know how long I've had these now, at least a year and a half, maybe 2 years. And I had them on my derby skates to start. So of course, using them indoors isn't going to wear them down too quickly. But when I did get my jack boots about a year and a half ago now, sorry, my cat is very vocal. Nova, please. So when I got my jack boots about a year and a half ago, I had these on there first, and I did skate all last summer with them on. So I was doing a little bit of street skating and definitely skating at the park, not quite as much as I was this year, but still going, like I would say roughly 3 times a week. So really minimal wear and tear on these. I'm really happy with this compound. They have an ever so slight edge to them to start. You know, I think they wore down pretty evenly given that there was already a bit of an angle to them. And of course you can just continue to rotate your stoppers as needed to try and get the most longevity out of them. And these guys are a long stem. So you can see how long that stem is in comparison to this one here. So if you have a little bit more height or you want these a little bit closer to the ground, again, more of a derby thing, it's nice to have them right there. A lot of people have been cranking them all the way up for being on the street to come to really aggressive, abrupt stops. I don't like to have my toe stops too high. Like, I find that when I need them now. And if I have to tip my foot, especially with the heel on the jackboot, like more than that, yeah, I just feel unstable. So I do like to have them kind of, I would say, mid to low to the ground in comparison to cranking them all the way up. So again, best bang for your buck for sure. These guys are 25 bucks Canadian and super durable. Maybe not the prettiest aesthetic, but they'll get the job done and they'll keep you going for quite some time. Okay, moving on to a very popular one is the new Moxie brake pedals. Super cute, aesthetic, made up to look like a little flower. You know, aesthetically, I'm gonna give these guys a 9 out of 10. They're super cute this way. I don't love how they look maybe this way, this kind of plush bumping, but hey, that's just a personal preference. I've currently got them on my skates right now and they are definitely doing the job well. So the compound itself, you know, it's been lasting, I'd say a little longer than the twinkle toes for sure, but I haven't been taking these out on the street the way I took these out on the street. They're still wearing down. You can see these ones need to be turned. So I'm still wearing them down at a fairly good rate, but you know, you can definitely feel that they are a little bit harder of a compound, but not too hard, giving you that happy medium and perfect kind of compound that you want for stopping abruptly, whether you're on the street or at the park. So durability wise, I'm gonna say 8 out of 10 because I have been using these mostly at the park and I do feel like I'm still going through them fairly quickly. So in comparison to the Bionic stoppers, wearing them down faster for sure. These ones are going to be a short stem, and so you can crank them all the way up if that's your style. Again, they're working well for me in my setup right now, but I definitely don't have them cranked all the way in. I've got them about midway and that's perfect for me. You can get these guys for about $30, so good purchase, lots of fun colors, and you can really make them cute with your setup. All right, next up are the Chaya toe stops. And as you can see, I haven't used these ones too much. I reached out to some people online and I asked them what they thought about these black stoppers because you can also get them in the cherry bombs, which come in lots of fun colors. So I reached out online and asked some people, and there was a lot of back and forth about this black material. I think a lot of people were thinking it was going to be like some of the cheaper versions that are almost like a really hard plastic. And in the Chaya toe stops, that's just not the case. This is definitely a really nice compound. It worked really well right off the bat at the park. I didn't find it too slick right from the get-go, but again, I always kind of take them over to the rougher pavement, do a hard toe stop, and try and get just that initial layer worn down, and I find that they're perfect from there. If you saw my little Instagram the other day, unfortunately, these ones I haven't used a lot because the about third time I used them, I did have this part just completely come out. Luckily, I was just walking up a ramp and it just kind of came apart. Do I blame this company or think that that's making them crap? No, absolutely not. I work in retail as well, and even the best, highest brands, stuff that costs the most money, every now and again you get some warranty issues. So that's what happened here. I wasn't hurt, thankfully, and the company I purchased them from was nice enough to make sure that I got a replacement. So with that, I got the cherry bombs. Just coming back to these guys for a second, they are a long stem. So at the time of getting these, I had different grind trucks on. I had these Sure Grip grind trucks on, and they make your skate quite a bit higher. So I really needed to make sure that I got a long stem so that I was reaching that point, so I wasn't, again, like almost, you know, completely upright on my skate before I was trying to stop. So that's why I went with the long stem for this one. Yeah, and then with the replacement, I was able to go with the Chaya cherry bombs. And you can see here, I got the short stem. So that is a true short stem. Out of all of these two here are your mids, and these two here are going to be your longs. And then we've got our shorts here. So now with my setup that I've got going on, this is definitely going to be acceptable for the height that I want them at. And you can get these in all the colors in either a short or long stem. So aesthetic, I'm giving the cherry bombs 10 out of 10. So many fun colors. You can mix and match them. You can get a color that is going to go really well with your setup, or you can just go for the black. I will probably end up getting these again in the future, but I was gonna step out of my comfort zone and try a brighter color toe stop this time around. So I can't speak to their durability, although when I was using these ones, I didn't feel like they were wearing down too quickly. There is a little bit of wear and tear on there from just using them, I would say 3 or 4 times. They're probably close to the Moxie stems here, so, or brake pedals, sorry. Close to this type of compound. They feel very similar for hardness and kind of tackiness. This feels pretty slick, so again, when I put these in and use them, I'm gonna go ahead and take them over to the rougher pavement and just kind of give them a good scraping to get through this first layer that I find slick on our really smooth pavement at our skate park. 10 out of 10 for the aesthetic. Durability, unsure. I'm gonna think that they're gonna be around an 8 out of 10 like the brake pedals. And I've seen lots of people using these and they're happy with them. So yeah, excited to give these a try. All right, well that's it. That is my 2020 toe stop review. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight. Of course, this isn't everything that's available out there, but this is just what I've used this year. Let me know down in the comments what toe stops you've been using this year and which ones are your favorite.